go to the campaign trail now. Former President Trump will return to Butler, Pennsylvania for another campaign rally after the assassination attempt that left one attendee dead and several injured. That was just 2 weeks ago. NewsNation's Libby Dean is in Nashville this morning. Good morning, Libby. We know that a specific date has not been announced, but what else do we know about that Butler rally?
Well, we actually saw Trump, Hena, say that he was going to return to Butler at his first rally post that assassination attempt. He told the crowd that he did plan on returning, but this was just more confirmation that we got from that True Social post yesterday, that he said he is going to return. Now, also, we don't know if it's going to be at the same site where the shooting actually happened. That'll be really interesting to see. But we do know that Secret Service has been urging the Trump campaign to hold indoor rallies ever since this, of course, happened at an outdoor rally. But I spoke with a senior advisor who says that outdoor rallies actually aren't being ruled out, despite some reporting that they were. Now, also, I think what's really interesting here is Trump is actually returning to Pennsylvania on Wednesday. He'll be in Harrisburg, which is just about 3.5 hours from that site in Butler.
And I know you've been following the president for months now, the former president. He's making 2 campaign stops today. He's going to start by speaking at the Bitcoin conference. Then he holds a rally with his running mate, J.D. Vance. What can we expect from these events, Libby?
Well, Hena, before he even attends that first thing on his schedule, he has another thing on his schedule, actually, and it is a fundraiser here in Nashville. I'm learning that the top ticket goes for about $800,000,
Wow.
and the cheapest one is around $60,000. So before he even gets to the Bitcoin conference, he will be fundraising. What to expect at the Bitcoin conference? I'm expecting Trump to really tout his pro-crypto policies, but that, of course, is a recent shift for Trump, who used to call Bitcoin a scam. But of course, he's being welcomed here by the Bitcoin community, the crypto community here in Nashville. But then he'll head to Minnesota for that rally, of course, a very important state where he'll be joined by his vice presidential pick. The two have held one joint rally. This is going to be the second, so we'll be listening in for a lot of those attacks on Vice President Harris, because what we've seen with his speech is obviously it's taken this shift where he used to criticize President Biden, but now he has shifted to criticizing Vice President Harris, and a lot on her abortion policies as well as Medicare, the typical things that you would expect Trump to hit VP Harris for in those remarks is what we're going to be expecting again.
And I know you'll keep us updated. Libby Dean live in Nashville for us this morning. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.